Hello, and thank you so much for dropping by this video. So, one of the most wonderful things about being a human being is to just go out and enjoy the sun, to just soak up the warmth, the light, that good feeling. It's almost like we're designed for it. Actually, we are designed for it. These bodies are literally designed to 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 take in sunlight every day. I forget which vitamin it is. I think it's vitamin D. That's the main way these bodies actually produce a vitamin from taking that in. Well, what I've come to realize is on a spiritual level, we're exactly the same when it comes to the presence, energy, and power of the divine, of the supreme, of God. That we're meant to take it in every day. In fact, what I realized is we're meant to take it in every moment. But let's start with every day. Hi, Magdalena. So, how to do this? It's very easy. It's very easy. And this is a universal spiritual principle that was spoken about by Jesus, and sadly we only have a little bit of the record of what he or at least what it's written that he shared about the waters of life. Let's think about that. Waters of life. Life is we all need how to say sometimes we don't think about the fact that life, aliveness, it underlies everything. Bruno Gröning, one of my spiritual heroes and who I consider one of, if not the greatest Christians of all time, said that God is life. So living waters, and of course, as human beings, we need water. These bodies need water. So I don't know that Christ meant that literally, that like, oh, this is actually water that helps you live. But I think if we really sit with that phrase and really meditate on it, what we can tune into, or what I tune into, is this stream, this current of energy that sustains us, that we literally need to live. Now, if we don't consciously tune into this, it's not like we're going to die, but life isn't going to go so well. God will, in my understanding, keep us connected to this living water, this living stream. But life just goes so much better when we open ourselves up and say yes. Say yes to this divine living energy. I think energy is a beautiful way to understand what Christ meant by the living waters. It's kind of like breathing. Without any effort, we breathe all day long. But if we bring attention to our breathing, we take in more air. And not just air. We take in good feelings and health. And many, many traditions say that when you become conscious of your breathing, it makes you more conscious. So same, my understanding is that God is showering us with this energy. And if we're not conscious of it, we only maybe take in a little bit. We take in enough to get by, to live. But if we really consciously, you could say through prayer or meditation, or just through intention, to take it in, it can be life-changing and even healing. I've had many healings through taking in the living waters. And then, of course, we can learn how to pass this along to others. Enough talking, let's do it. So it's very simple to receive this. Please sit with your eyes closed, hands on your legs, palms facing upwards, back in a relaxed, upright position. If possible, not leaning against your chair, but if you need to, that's okay. And then close your eyes and now hand over all burdens, all worries to your conception of a higher power, whatever that is. People come to this channel of all beliefs and no belief. When I was first introduced to this practice, I was an agnostic, but I was open to the idea of a divine healing energy. That's all that's needed, is an openness. And then you can let the energy guide you on your path. So handing over all worries, fears, resentments, and trusting yourself, your life, any problems to this higher power. Giving away any illness. And then asking to receive the divine life current, the living waters, the stream of goodness. And observe your body, noticing what you feel, having the intention, the will to take this in. Wow. Just opening, letting in the divine goodness, letting life in, saying yes to life. If your mind's all over the place, then just repeat a short prayer like, "Thy will be done," or repeat a name of God that resonates with you and opens your heart. What if the fundamental nature of God is to give? Giving. Isn't that what love does? It gives. And our part in the equation is to receive. And then to share that, to then pass it along. Taking in the good. At the minimum, being open to the fact that this energy heals. It may not be a fact for you yet, but once you experience your first healing, like I did, then it just became a fact. Oh, God can heal. The power of God, the energy of God can heal. So if it's not a fact for you yet, please just be open to the possibility that it's a fact, that it's true, and it could happen to you. Mm. Wow, wow, wow. Just drinking it in, drinking the waters. When negative thoughts arise, firmly, firmly giving them away to God. Welcome, Krista. Handing over any negative thoughts. Welcoming peace, welcoming happiness, joy, health. So sometimes people ask, well, how long to do this? And I say, do it till you feel full. Like if you feel full, you can go and enjoy your day. If not quite full yet, then maybe a little longer. While taking in this stream of life, this stream of aliveness, it's really coming to me so strong that this divine energy uh, is even more important than breath. That if we were actually disconnected from God for a moment, we would die, if not cease to exist. And so God maintains this connection, but doesn't force. God never forces God's self onto us. But oh, how much sweeter life is when we drink in this water, when we drink in the aliveness and goodness that God's always sending. It's written that Jesus, when talking about this water, spoke of once you drink of this, you'll never be thirsty. I wonder if those are his exact words. I'm not saying they're not, but my experience is when I connect to God, when I take in this beautiful love life stream, I feel whole and complete. Like right now, it's like the past never even happened. And I'm not worried about the future. There's inspiration for the future. I feel whole. I learned this practice. Have I mentioned? Yeah, I don't know if in this video. This practice was taught by a man named Bruno Gröning, who I consider the greatest disciple, the greatest Christian, greatest embodiment of the message of Christ. He described this energy as Heilstrom. It's two German words. The second word, Strom, is current or flow or river. The first word, Heil, it has like 15 meanings, and many of the meanings are that intact, sound, unhurt, undamaged, whole. So that's my understanding of what that verse in the Bible is referring to, is that when we really connect to God, we feel whole. I feel whole, as do I think many others, whole and intact, sound, safe, undamaged. Let's face it, we've all had our bumps and bruises in this life. I know I have, and I don't know anyone who hasn't had painful things. Sometimes horrible things happen to them. And when we're connected to God, it's like we're lifted above. We become whole. That's just my understanding of that verse in the Bible and my understanding of what Bruno shared. Don't take my word for it. Find out for yourself. Meditate on it. Let the truth reveal itself inside you. Bruno Gröning said, the human being is a creation of love and can only live in love. Now, obviously, we've all had moments where we haven't felt love. We haven't felt loved by others. We haven't felt love for others. But more importantly, we haven't felt the love of God. So if we're not experiencing that love, it's not like we're just going to die. But here's a radical question. If we're not feeling the love and presence of God, are we really living? From a spiritual level, my answer is no. And please find your own answer. Having tasted the presence and peace and love of God, when I'm not connected to that, when I'm not being guided by that, I'm not really living. I'm kind of just on automatic mode. Yes, I'm biologically living. But as they say, I'm not filled with the Spirit. I'm not guided by Spirit. And Bruno said to be connected to God, to be not just connected, but united, joined, communion with God, that is everything. And then if we don't have that, so let's dedicate this day to communing with God, and then sharing that with others. We may not even say God. We may just walk down the street and smile at someone. We may just pray for someone, maybe walk down the street and sing a song. I remember one time I was so depressed and I was riding my bike down the street, and this stranger smiled at me. Shifted my whole day. So let's ask God, let's ask Spirit to not just fill us, but to guide us so that we can joyfully play the game of life of blessing others. What a fun game. How can we make life more wonderful? Thank you so much for joining in, everyone. Thanks for saying hi, Magdalena and Krista and Magdalena. Look at all those fun emojis. I wish everyone a glorious day. I'm very grateful for this time together. And a warm welcome to anyone who's new. Take care. Much love.